Welcome to IHE. I'm Rick.
I'm Laura.
And I forgot the in the kiss room part.
Yeah, you did.
It's alright.
We've our tech guy here, KS.
Yo.
Rick's wife, GS.
Yo. My lovely wife, GS, is with us.
Hello, hello.
Come get drunk with us. Seems to be the theme of every
I mean,
episode.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't know if people know that, but...
Oh, I'm pretty sure they can tell.
I mean, maybe. By the end of the episode, I mean... There's a few times I've been pretty...
Saucy.
lit. We'll go with lit.
Sure.
I'd like to introduce a new segment to the show, if you're all right with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to call it Rick's Rant.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Now I regret even agreeing.
Why?
I don't know. What are we ranting about? How's that different than any other topic? We usually always rant. It's like, what grinds your gears? Rick's rant?
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Maybe you can flash something on there that says Rick's Rant.
I'm pretty sure the tech guy's got you covered.
Yeah.
Here's my rant.
Here we go.
And I think we've talked about a couple of different bands that I don't like. But at the top of that list is Def Leppard.
Really?
Yeah. I think Def Leppard is the most overrated, overplayed band of all time.
I feel AC/DC is, but go ahead.
Wow. Aggressive. I thought this was my rant.
Go ahead. I just was commenting.
And I want to know why every fucking time I get into my wife's car and when she has Sirius XM, they all, like, it never fails. A Def Leppard song comes on every single fucking time.
Because AI hates you.
He's not wrong. It really does happen.
See? It's ridiculous.
It's amazing.
Every fucking time I get into her car
What
and we
was
start
the
driving,
last song?
Van Halen comes on. I don't even
Gods
know.
of War.
Some dog thing.
Gods of War.
No.
Are you a Def Leppard
That
fan?
song is
GS?
What's that?
Are you a Def Leppard fan?
Oh, yeah, I like Def Leppard. Yeah.
garbage.
And they're...
What's your favorite album?
I don't know.
I don't know
However,
any.
I have to say that their latest... what is it with the orchestra? What the heck do
exactly
they
what it
call
is.
it?
I don't know what they called it. I don't pay attention to their garbage.
Oh, tech guy's looking it up.
Something Symphonies.
I don't know. They recorded
It's
an album
actually
with an
really
orchestra,
good,
and
except for
Sounds
one
good.
song
I'm sure it's
that I
fantastic.
do not like. The one with...
Is it Animal? With the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra.
Probably.
They also have Hysteria, Love Bites,
Oh, those are
and
named
Too
songs.
Late for Love.
Why did
No,
your
they just came
eyebrows
out
go
with
up
a-
when you mentioned the harmonica?
They just
No,
came
the
out with a...
Philharmonic.
It's called
whatever.
something Symphonies or whatever.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But
Garbage.
the only song on that album that I absolutely despise is Pour Some Sugar on Me. It's just so
I think that's the only song I know by them.
drawn out and boring. I had to turn it off. I was like, no, I can't.
I think
listen.
it's all garbage. So that's
very-
my rant.
Okay.
That if you're watching this or listening and you work for Sirius Radio, what the fuck? Like, come on. I mean, there's just no reason to play that much Def Leppard. There's plenty of... Because we listen to Hair Nation on Sirius.
I could see that.
There's no reason to play that much Def Leppard. I mean, come on. It's garbage.
I like Lithium.
I think you need to
Sirius.
hashtag the DJs that we listen to all the time.
See,
I'll
okay,
hashtag
so
it.
that's my gripe with Sirius.
I'll hashtag
I'm
them
paying
already.
for music. I don't need to hear the frickin' people talk. Who's that one that irks me the most?
I don't know the names of
Oh,
them.
Megan? No.
It might be Megan. I think that is a serious
Oh,
DJ.
my Lanta. I don't need to
Well-
hear them rant about their fucking opinion on
Yeah.
what Beatles album and what for something for... All right, it's Meg. It's Meg.
Well, on
Meg, yeah.
on
It's
Hair
Meg.
Nation, they don't talk a lot. I mean, there's a little bit of
Not personally
but the
attacking
DJs
Meg,
are
just
actually
saying.
pretty good on Hair
Just-
Nation.
Yeah, but there's one that you really don't like.
I don't like his voice. Some of the things he says are funny, but his
And the
name is Tommy
ironic part is
London.
that he has this band and you listen to
He's
his songs and you're like,
so-
what?
Yeah, he has a band, and honestly, I was shocked to listen to them. They're actually really good.
Amazing.
And he's got a great voice, but when you hear him on the radio, he sounds like a dweeb. That's the weirdest thing I've ever. Like, I've never heard anybody that sounded like that, and then saw him or heard him sing, and I'm like, wait, what the hell?
I
It's not the
like
same way.
Lithium has Tom Morello's One Man Revolution, and he does it in his studio that he built in his mother's basement. So his 90-year-old mother comes on, and then they talk.
Oh yeah, Tom Morello is actually going to be on Hair Nation on Tuesday.
Nice. Do you know who Tom
playing
Morello is?
What
band?
Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, I'm so proud.
Why?
Well, I mean, you don't know a whole lot of 90s bands.
That's not true.
We'll see.
I see.
My favorite Hair Nation DJ is Keith Ross.
I do like that.
He's good.
Yeah,
very
he is
cool.
good.
He also does Ozzy's Boneyard. I think they all
Oh,
do.
yeah.
They switch
Yeah.
back and forth.
I also like
So
LL Cool J Station. I'm sure you rock that one too every now and then.
I didn't know he
90s
had
hip-hop.
one, but I didn't know he had one, but I'd listen to that.
Oh, it's actually pretty good, and
Yeah.
it's got an eclectic playlist.
I like the '90s hip hop.
Yeah.
I've got some of
Please
their
don't
vinyl.
say it.
What?
Go ahead. What vinyls do you got from the 90s?
Oh, I don't know. We'd have to go through 'em.
Matchbox 20.
Is that hip hop?
Was that a knock?
No, it's just the first band I thought of from the 90s.
That's because I just recently went to see
weird.
them.
Possible.
He has the Humpty Dance on vinyl.
I do have the Humpty Dance on vinyl.
That's where I thought he was going with.
Once in a Burger King bathroom.
I do have the Humpty Dance on vinyl. Speaking of vinyl, I hit up my favorite record store today.
Double Decker?
That's not my favorite one.
Oh, that's mine.
Although I have been to Double Decker, and I do like it.
Double
I was at the Compact Disc Center today in Bethlehem.
And what'd you get?
I'm going to show you.
Oh boy.
I got all Beatles albums. Apparently,
Maybe Meg could
Got
come
it,
on and
stuff.
give some comments about the albums.
Who? Meg Griffin.
I don't know which one. It
That's her name. I
That's
looked
her
it up.
name?
Yep.
All right, I'm not personally attacking her, but she makes me want to fall asleep every time she talks. Okay, I'm sorry.
You listening?
Yes, I'm listening.
Are we moving this?
He wanted to get a shot.
Oh.
The tech I was taking.
So I got the early years.
Nice. Let me see that.
Okay. Sorry. The
Not my favorite.
Love me too.
1967 to 70 and 1962
We
to
have that one.
66.
Nice. Those are box sets, I believe, right?
Those are greatest hits albums. They're double albums. They're greatest hits albums.
What is your favorite old Beatles song?
my favorite
Mm-hmm.
old Beatles song? I don't know. Ticket to Ride, maybe.
That's a good one. I like
So
Help.
the
I told you that was going to go down today.
my
I
God,
called it. I didn't touch it.
Things
by the
have
way.
gone awry.
You're right. You didn't.
Thank you.
I will-
Thank
yes.
you.
So the first one, not that one, the early album. Apparently, that is a '70s pressing of that album,
Nice.
according to what I've been told. So there you go.
How do you feel about the song Help? I like that one.
I like that song.
Help and Norwegian Wood. They're my two favorites.
There you have it. Beatles
Very
vinyl.
cool. So, last episode, I think we talked about a recent passing that had happened, and since there's been another passing in the music industry.
Who else died?
Pee Wee Herman.
That is not the music industry.
but
But you're right. He
I'm
did
pretty
die.
sure. Wait. Pee Wee Herman did sing because he was one of the voices in The Nightmare Before Christmas. He was one of Boogie
Oh,
Woogie's
really?
children. Yeah, him. Who's the lady that played Moira in Schitt's Creek? She's in the Beetlejuice movies.
Oh.
I can't think of her name right now.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. Let me look it up.
She was one of the voices, and I forget who the other one was. I just
Did you
recently
not
learned
want to
that.
talk about Pee Wee Herman?
No, well, we can, but I was more talking about Sinead O'Connor.
Oh,
Well,
Oh.
it's very sad because from what I understand, did she commit suicide?
It was suicide.
That
So that's
was my
very
first
sad.
impression.
Yeah.
She was.
oh, so that
I had no
it
idea.
is official that she
I think-
committed.
I'm
I mean,
pretty sure it
everything
came out.
led to that, like in the
Yeah.
news, but I didn't read any like specific confirmation that
Well,
that's
her
what it was.
son, I guess, committed suicide couple
Yes.
weeks.
Yes.
Not too long
He
ago.
did. Yeah.
So that is very sad. However, not a huge fan of Sinead O'Connor,
No,
but
we
it's
can
still sad.
recognize. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I think
Well,
that's
then
sad.
if-
She was an amazing artist.
yeah.
In my mind.
She's all right.
And
Well,
then,
it's-
and then
here's-
Pee Wee Herman died, and I said to Rick, "No, what is happening?"
What's
Right.
happening?
Well,
Well, don't they always go in threes?
Yes.
True.
There you
But
go.
the weird thing, so here's what I found strange about Sinead O'Connor. She apparently told her children that if she was ever found dead,
Oh
the
yeah.
first thing that she needs to do is call her accountant.
Call her. Yeah. Yep.
Call her
Yep.
accountant.
Yep.
because
because-
she. Go ahead, because I'll
You-
I'll screw it up.
Yeah. No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Something about if her accountant has to get control of the finances because she didn't want the music industry to totally take
Correct.
control of everything.
Yep.
Now that's
So
It's
like
unique,
they didn't
right?
want the music industry to monopolize on her being dead just for her.
But
work.
how could they? I mean, well, actually, I mean,
No,
they could.
so in
if-
other words, so like, you know, Michael Jackson dies,
But the only way you can make money off of that is the people that own the rights to their music.
yeah.
So if she owns the rights to her music, then no, which is probably not the case because most artists don't.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll
she
fact
didn't
check that.
want,
Maybe we'll
like-
ask for help
she
in the
didn't want
comments
other
section.
people
Educate
to-
us.
Like, earn the money off of.
Well, if somebody else owns the rights to her music, there's nothing she can do about that.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know, but
I
this
know,
is
I know.
this
Do
is
more
what
research.
was
I
in
just-
the news.
It's very unique.
Oh, I've done a lot of research on the rights to music, and
Calm down there.
and,
Calm down.
and there are not a lot of bands that own the rights to their music. The Beatles never owned the rights to their own music.
Well, didn't somebody just fight to get them back?
Well, Paul McCartney does own them
Yeah.
now. He didn't.
Michael Jackson did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, he
But
bought them.
Paul bought them back.
When Michael Jackson had his legal problems, he had to sell a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And the Beatles catalog was one of them.
Like Kiss doesn't own the rights to their music. Honestly, there's not that many bands that do. One of the biggest ones is Motley Crue. They own the rights to their music, which I think they actually
Why do we always end up
recently
talking about
sold.
Motley Crue?
What's
Sorry.
wrong with talking about Motley
Nothing.
Crue?
We just always end up talking about. Well,
Wow.
so then I started diving into female singers.
Okay.
Don't worry, I do have a Rick's prediction area.
Go
I
ahead.
actually have a GS prediction and a KS prediction. But
I was just listening to one today, so go ahead.
oh,
And I guarantee you've never heard of her.
probably
but go
not.
Ahead.
But well,
Okay.
anyway, so I
Yeah.
started talking to random people just because that's what I do. Instead of my day job, I'll trap people in conversation. And the person that I sit near, we were just bouncing back and forth, strong females.
Mhm.
And there's so many, and then you can't even break it down into genre. Like I couldn't even touch country because I'm ignorant to that genre a little bit. I mean, since the early '90s. So, I recently learned George Clooney's aunt was a singer. Did you guys
George
know that?
Clooney's aunt.
Yes.
And what's her name?
Rosemary Clooney.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
she's
Yeah, I do know.
Hey,
who that is.
Mambo. I didn't know that was George Clooney's aunt.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that either.
So there's a song from
Oh,
Lady and the
that's funny.
Tramp, the Disney movie, that I sing to the girls. I sang it to Joey when she was little, and I sing it to Willow. And it's the little white dog that looks all beat up when they're in the kennel, and she's singing about the tramp and how sleazy he is. I don't know why I sing it to the girls. It's got this 50s like beat. But here she sings that in that movie. I didn't know that.
Is that right?
Ah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So you want to hear my predictions? Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
actually, let's see if I have any right. Who are some now not attached to bands, solo female singers?
Okay. Do you want me to give you the?
I have
one was
Anne
listening to?
Lennox written down, thinking that you would mention her, maybe.
I would have never have mentioned
Oh
her.
shit! All right,
I do know who she is, but I never would have mentioned
all right, I'm
her.
really bad. Okay, who were you listening to?
Gina's looking at us like, who the hell is that? Do you know who
No.
Anne Lennox is?
All right. One, I have two questions. One, what are we predicting? And two, isn't it Annie Lennox?
Possibly.
It is.
Okay.
Good catch.
Again. So I predicted
See,
maybe
this
Gina
is
would
why
bring it what?
you're here.
Oh, there's many reasons
Why
why
she
she's
is.
here. It's one of many.
All right, so the
Do I
first thing
need
I'm
to
going
remind
do.
you?
Go ahead.
Niche. Niche.
What?
Am I still saying it wrong?
Niche.
There, see?
What does that mean?
Oh.
The fuck?
Rewind back to the first episode. She's here for many reasons,
All right.
is my point.
So I was listening to a female artist today because she's coming out with a new album, and she recently released a song with Rob Halford of Judas Priest, and her name is Doro, Doro.
Explorer?
Do you know who Doro? Not Dora. Doro.
Oh.
Do you know who Doro is?
Obviously not the Explorer. No.
It's not the Explorer. Oh God.
Educate me.
So Doro is, I think she's German, I believe she is. And in the 80s, she was in a band called Warlock.
No, see, she's attached to a band. She's not solo. But go ahead.
No. That was only for a few years, and then she went off on her own. And she's been by herself since. So she's releasing a new album, and she just released a version of Living After Midnight by Judas Priest with Rob Halford, the lead singer. Do you know who Rob Halford is? And Judas Priest? Because you're looking at me like,
man, do I know them?
Who the fuck are all these people?
Well,
Yeah.
I
mean, you know
play
who
them in
Judas
my
Priest
car all
is.
the time, but I mostly play old Priest,
There you go.
like Rocka, Walla, Crolla, Walla, Rocka, Rolla.
So you know who Judas Priest is, right?
Yes.
You have to. You've had to have heard this song. So their lead singer
He
is
was the
Rob
only
Halford.
guy in metal that came out.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, no shit.
in the 90s. So
Yeah. it
Wait,
was,
did he
yeah.
come out in the 90s too?
Yeah.
Talk
Yeah.
about being brave.
Yeah.
Damn.
And his nickname is the Metal God. Her nickname, I believe, is the Metal Queen or something like that.
Cool.
She literally dedicated her entire life to heavy metal. Never had any kids, never got married, and that's why she wanted to
Wow.
just be a singer in heavy metal.
When you know what you want, you know what
So
you
you should
want.
look her up. You may have even heard one of her songs, which is by Warlock. It's called Rock On. They play it
On
on
serious.
They play it on
Yeah.
Sirius once in a while. They don't play it a lot, but they do play it. That's who I was listening to today.
Well, thank you for educating me. I'm very excited to listen to it and give you my feedback. I'll take that as homework.
So, what are your predictions?
Oh, I'm totally fucking
Should I-
screwed now.
No, I can say them. The first
None
one,
of these are going to be accurate.
No. Okay, so the
Well,
first
let me
one,
let me
you're
see if
talking
I
about-
can
Well, wait,
guess
let
my
me-
husband right at least.
Let me throw some out there for you.
Oh no, I only have one other one for you, but
Wait, can
it's
we-
risky.
Can we
What
set
the
up
hell?
what are the predictions though? I'm
So
I'm
randomly, I
confused.
try to
Predictions
predict
that
what
she-
he's going to talk about when I bring up the segment
okay,
or what
okay,
I
okay.
plan on.
Okay,
Just
go ahead.
now, usually I think I'm pretty dead on, but this time I'm really wrong.
Well, no, that's just because I was listening to it today. If I wasn't, then the very first person I would have mentioned would be Lita Ford.
Yeah, no, whoever.
Really?
Yeah,
I was thinking
which
the
I don't
same
know
thing.
why
So
because
you
you've
and I
brought
are
that
on
up before too. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was
Well,
thinking
then
the same thing. So
Who would be the first person that you? Who would be the person
I
you
was
thought I would
wrong.
predict?
Well, I said the one, and then I don't know why, but I wrote down Cyndi Lauper.
What the f-
no, that's
What
real.
in
Not
the
that he would
hell
listen
is
to it, but
happening?
he would bring it up.
I
I don't
would
know.
bring that
I
up?
was in
No.
a really good bubbly mood, and I think
She
that.
actually is a good blues singer too.
Right?
Cyndi Lauper. She does blues now.
Oh, I have predictions for you too, but I'm gonna go with they're probably wrong. I don't know. I was really off that.
Not in a million years.
Not that I'm saying you
That
would
we-
listen to them, but
No,
that you
no.
would have respect for the fact that
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
female
fine.
solo
Sure.
artist.
This is what I'm saying. There would never be a time where you would bring up female artists, and the first person that comes to my mind
didn't
is
say
Cyndi
that
Lauper. That would never happen.
I didn't say
Ever.
that first. No, I said these are just predictions of people that you would have brought up.
It's a
But
terrible,
I
Yes.
apparently was really, really off.
absolutely terrible.
What about Lee Aaron from Too Precious?
Who?
Lee Aaron?
Who are
No?
you
I
talking
don't know.
about?
All right, so
I
that's
have no-
homework
I've
for
never
you
heard of
because
it.
I think you might actually enjoy that.
What type of music does she do?
Metal.
What?
Ah.
From what era? I've never even heard of her.
That you'd have to look up. Look up Too Precious, Lee Aaron.
Before you continue, I do have to say one thing.
Oh no.
As I've watched our episodes that have been launched and are out there, we do this all the time, like the homework thing.
And nothing.
And
Nobody
nothing,
does it.
Because
It's not true.
No,
I
because-
listened to couple songs
See, right
of that
there.
album.
No, you did not. And the problem is that I don't remember any of this. We need like either somebody to write shit down.
You just
Like
snorted.
we need GS to take notes back
Why
there
are you
every
always
time we
assigning
say.
GS projects?
It looks like she was out in
I mean, I could do it,
1990s,
but-
1996. Lee Aaron and Too Precious. They don't look like a metal band though.
Honey, can you take notes? for
They
this
look
one
like
too?
college
For
students.
this one, how about next
For
time?
all- we need help.
I mean,
Next
the one guy has like really short hair and a tie
I
on.
have.
We need somebody to write little.
Okay. I
have
Not
nothing to
you don't
write
have
on.
to like write a book. I just need like
No, I need a clipboard and paper,
Rick has to do.
can hand you
which is
this.
upstairs in Jesse's room,
I need you to do.
my AKA office.
Like you write
on
down things that
Wednesdays.
say like Rick needs
Like
to
remote
listen
office on
to
Wednesdays.
so and so, Laura needs to listen to so and so.
What?
Exactly.
I know.
Too Fast for Love.
Laura
I
still
thought you
needs
would
to
have
listen
brought
to
up-
the entire Motley Crue album.
Olivia Newton-John, just because of your crush.
I don't have a crush on her, but she does have a nice figure. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
I thought you might bring up Pat Benatar.
Me,
Yeah.
I'm not a big Pat
I'm not
Benatar
saying
fan.
you have to be a fan. I'm saying you have to recognize the strong of female artist.
So, my next one after Lita Ford would have been Joan Jett.
No, no, she's not solo. She had bands always.
Well,
with
she
bands.
did have a solo.
She did have
career.
a solo. I'm talking just a soul, never with a band.
Oh wow! So you couldn't even mention
That's
Tina
not. I
Turner
don't
No.
think that's possible.
because she was in a band too.
Yeah,
once.
exactly.
I don't
So then,
know
if you
any
go
of
into
that,
the '90s, you can go into Fiona Apple,
What about Melissa Etheridge?
Melissa Etheridge, Regina Spektor,
Now that's a good one.
Nelly Furtado,
Tori Amos.
Tori Amos. And then, I mean, we talked about Lizzo how many times, right?
Yes.
We have talked about her.
I heard some negative
She's
things
fantastic.
about her lately.
Yeah, how about that? How
I don't
about
know
that
if they're
controversy
true.
about that? Did you guys hear about this?
No,
Nope.
tell us.
Okay,
have
so
no clue. We're
apparently
being
she
educated. I love
fat
it.
shamed her crew.
What?
Yeah,
Lizzo?
her-
Have you
her
seen Lizzo?
Her
She's-
background
Of course I have.
singers and dancers, she has allegedly been accused of fat shaming them.
How is
that possible?
Listen, I hear you.
Anything is possible nowadays.
true story?
Up
I
is
guess.
up
That'd
and
be
down.
like-
on.
That's
down is
odd.
up, up is down.
That's odd.
So it was a big old thing earlier this week in the news, and
Doesn't
a
even
couple
make any
of the dancers, background singers, have come out and are now
hell?
like
She must be
filing
really
whatever.
mean. I really had her mispegged. I'm off my game of
Agreed.
everything, apparently.
Agreed.
It
Wow.
doesn't
Right
make
there
any
with you.
sense.
It
How
doesn't
can
make
you
sense.
be? How can you fat shame somebody when? No offense, you're not
She's a big girl herself.
skinny.
Maybe she doesn't see herself that way. Maybe she's got some sort of self-image delusion.
No,
That'd be-
because she
it'd be
took
a-
pride in her body.
It'd be like.
And there's
me-
nothing wrong with that, but maybe she thinks other people should be a certain way.
It would be like me making fun of somebody because they're bald. Have you seen the top of my head?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it'll be
I
interesting.
mean, it
Am I-
happens. I don't
am
know what to
wrong
say.
here? Like, it
No,
does-
I
it doesn't make any.
What am I supposed to
fucking
say to
sense.
that? Like,
Well, since
It
these
makes
Not
no fucking
completely
sense.
allegations
bald.
came
There's
out,
hair up there.
Lizzo has absolutely denied these allegations. So
She's
we'll
denying.
See. I
Well,
don't.
of course she's
yeah.
denying it. Why wouldn't
Well,
she?
yeah, exactly.
I'd deny
but-
that shit too.
I mean, who wouldn't? But
Exactly.
Did somebody say that you dumped their skull? No,
yeah,
I
I,
never
don't know.
said that.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
If I was.
Dumped their skull if they said that.
It's actually very disappointing because she is a very talented artist.
She could be a positive figure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
If people at work, our regular job, came, went to like HR or something and complained that I threatened to thump their skull, I'd deny it too. I've never said it. I've never said anything so fucking ridiculous. I don't know what you're
So
talking
back to
about.
female singers. There's Jewel, right? Remember her? How about Meredith
like Jewel.
Brooks?
Who?
She sang that
Oh,
song.
you know
I'm a
what?
bitch,
Yeah.
I'm a- I'm not going to do any more of that.
You know what's really funny is we were talking about a movie that Mel Gibson's in, and that the 2 episodes.
Are you talking about the one where he could hear the woman's
Yeah,
thoughts?
that song's in that movie.
Oh, it
What women
is.
think.
Yeah, look at that.
It's a good movie.
That's a fitting song for that movie too.
It is.
How
It's
about
perfect.
Joni Mitchell?
She was
I
never
do
in a
know
band?
that
Not-
name.
was she?
and
I don't know.
I don't think so. You don't. Joni
It's one
Mitchell.
of the songs. I do know. It. I can't think of a song.
I can't think of the name of the song right now, but my daughter sounds. She's got a Joni Mitchell sound to her.
Yeah.
Old folk.
That old, yeah, it's an old folky sound.
There's another female artist that just came out with an album a couple of years ago. And I have no clue what her name is. She's the woman that played, and you're probably not going to know this. She's a woman that played on Happy Days as Pinky Tuscadero.
We like Happy Days. We love Happy Days.
I
You
really
do?
don't like Happy Days.
Joey makes us binge watch it all the time.
How
likes
could you
Happy
not?
Days.
She
like
loved
Happy
the
Days?
I just
Fonz,
don't-
man.
it
She
just-
loved the Fonz.
No.
And then she actually met, or wait, no, did she not meet him? No, she was supposed to meet the Fonz's friend, the preppy one, Richie? No.
Oh, you mean the director guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget his name off the top of my head, but he directs movies now. I think he produces too.
So
Yeah.
who was in it? What character? I'm sorry, I got excited.
About Happy Days?
Yeah. Listen, I loved Welcome Back, Kotter too. Favorite fucking show ever. Hey, Mr. Kotter. Sorry.
She played Pinky Tuscadero in Happy Days. I have no idea what her name is, but when I was at the CD Center, and this is probably like a year or two-ish ago, I was flipping through and saw her picture on the cover of a CD. Like, wait, what the hell? And so she just apparently came out with a new album.
What kind of music?
I think she does rock music.
Really?
I've never really listened to it. Apparently she's got a bunch of albums out. She doesn't go by the name Pinky Tuscadero.
She should.
She
I'd buy
probably
that shit.
should. Honestly, if she would have, she probably would have made way
Yeah.
more money.
Yeah, but that name's probably
Actually,
copyrighted.
it may not be Pinky. It may be Leather Tuscadero. I haven't watched Happy Days in a really long time.
No, I think it is Pinky. I show it here. She's got like a pink
Oh yeah.
thing in her hair.
And what's her name?
Pinky Tuscadero. I'm looking for her name. I see Carol. Is her first name Carol and then last name Tuscadero and Carol Pinky Tuscadero?
It's another
No,
one,
the-
Carol King.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't know.
well.
How about Carol King? Please don't say who.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Okay.
It's like folk music, isn't it?
Kinda, yeah.
This is from
Yeah.
the 60s,
60s.
70s. Yeah.
I think we have her vinyl. What about now? Janis Joplin was with the Big Brothers and the Holding Band. Is that right?
Holding Company.
Holding Band.
See, if that's the criteria here, everything I said is because
Yeah, I know.
Lita Ford was with the Runaways.
Yeah. I was
So
just
was
gonna say
Joan Jett, like,
Janis
all
No, I
of
Joplin.
said
my-
Joan
Janis
Jett.
Joplin.
I shot the Joan Jett.
Every one of my
What about
things are
Madonna?
in the
Yeah, she started independently.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Gloria Estefan. she with the band?
She might have been with like Miami Machine or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Some-
she was with the Miami Sound
Miami
Machine.
Machine, yeah. I couldn't remember their name.
But the rhythm will move you.
And it will. Especially in Miami.
Actually, I said that wrong. It's the rhythm's gonna get you.
Rhythm's
Pink.
gonna get you.
Oh,
Pink was
Rhythm's
another
gonna
music. I
get ya.
love.
She has to sing.
She has to singing
Wow,
and
there you go.
dancing.
There you go.
The Miami Sound Machine.
Hey,
We
listen,
have
I'm all right
been
with
several
people singing. I just
times
can't do
to
it.
Gloria Estefan's hotel in Vero Beach.
Oh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds like
Yes.
I've been to Gloria
Yeah,
Stefan's.
with in Vero Beach.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure I knew this, but I probably didn't care because
Your mother's sister.
I know who we were there with.
Well, come on, man. We've been there. We've been there
All right.
several times. We always sit outside. You go in. It's this amazing, beautiful marble, blah 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 blah, and we sit out. It's
The attention to detail. is amazing.
gorgeous, and we always sit outside.
I do know which
Do
one
you
you're
have
talking
pictures?
about. I get.
We do, but
somewhere.
we have to find them.
But the
Oh crap! I
the-
don't have my phone down here. It's charging.
You're not allowed to use your
Oh, that
phone
means we
during the
never
show.
set the timer.
So Ann
I'm well aware
would know.
of who we go with.
I think the actress's name
It's
is
right on the
Roz
beach.
Kelly. R-O-Z Kelly.
Are we back to Happy Days?
Yeah, I just saw it here. It says the
killing
part
me.
of Pinky is played by
Do you have your phone? on?
Roz Kelly.
I do. What am I looking up? Oh, he's.
You're not
Gloria
allowed to have your
Estefan Hotel in Vero
You're
Beach.
not allowed to use that. We have
I'm not
rules
allowed to
here.
use this, but I.
Well,
could
I
have
don't
just
have
given
mine
you
down
mine.
here.
I could give you my phone.
Okay. Well,
I would hope that I would have it up by then.
This
but...
show has gone awry.
Gloria Estefan, what?
You're not going to be able to come get this, but
Hotel in Vero Beach.
there you go. Don't step in front of the camera then.
Costa de Esta Resort
the phone
and
up.
Spa, Luxury Vero.
There you go.
There you go.
I probably brutalized the pronunciation.
Yeah,
I
it's okay.
failed Spanish.
It's
I do remember the
I took
hotel.
German because it was loud and angry, and I could sound threatening. Anyway,
I do
The
remember the
hotel is
hotel, and it
gorgeous.
is quite nice there. There's also
Beautiful.
a Disney hotel in Vero that we've gone to several times.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Mhm.
You can sit on the second level. They have like a balcony.
nice.
They have little tables, high tables. You
High
can sit there.
chairs for the babies.
High tables. No, not high chairs.
I need to
Not-
give
are
another
those
truly.
height
High
chairs
top
or-
tables is what you
Can we
wanted to
pause?
Are
say.
those height
need-
chairs
I
or
need
high
truly.
chairs?
High top
For a baby.
tables.
What's the thing for the baby?
Truly, I need another one.
The babies is called height chairs.
my
Height chairs. That's what I'm trying to say.
We sat at high top tables, you weirdo.
Okay, we're taking a break.
We'll be right back.
And we're back.
That's the sound of freshness.
That's the sound of
You know, I don't actually
Oh,
like
now
the
we're
lemon
back.
one. It's the last one we left in the fridge.
I see.
Coming
yeah,
over here.
I agree. The lemon one, it's okay, but yeah, it is the one that you like leave for last.
The last. Yeah. And I felt like I was in high school all over again on the way over here, loading up my purse with what was left in the fridge, trying to not have the bottles clang as I walk out the door. Don't need anybody noticing. Not that I did that in high school.
Well,
My mom said to me at the grocery store, she's like, "Those blueberry things that you bought, where did you get them?" I'm like, "I don't know, the beer distributor." From the
She's talking about the blueberry Trulies?
Yeah, from that same line.
Oh, the red,
Yeah,
white, and
yeah,
blue?
Yeah.
Mm,
I think they're at Tanzo's in
Yeah.
Northampton.
Yeah, they are.
they have black cherry ones of these too. Have you tried those? So
we have.
No,
Oh.
I mean,
Tried the
black cherry
cherry
Trulies, yeah.
yeah, so good. Very good. Okay, so I mean, I could keep naming female artists because I may have done research and have a whole list written. But we
Well,
brought
go
up
ahead.
Pink. Well, like, or we could
Well,
close
you can
that
talk
whole
about
portion.
Pink. My wife loves Pink.
I love Pink too.
Love
How
Pink.
can you not?
My wife loves
She's
Pink.
awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
But to
positive
see her
role
in
model.
concert is so expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
We have,
will
not,
She
never-
did.
we have not seen her in concert.
She did a tribute song of. Well, she covered "Nothing Compares to You" for Sinead O'Connor.
I'm assuming this is recently.
Yeah, I just
All
saw
right.
it this
No, I
morning.
didn't hear
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It was with. Oh, can you fact check who it was with? It just popped out not
So
too
she
long ago.
recorded it already and it's released?
No. It was I think at a concert.
Oh.
It was like a tribute song, and it
Yeah,
was
she's seen her.
excellent. It was so good.
Wow.
But I it wasn't Nelly Furtado, but for some reason that name keeps popping up in my head. Maybe it was Regina Spektor.
Pink is who I listen to every time I do my workout on the trail.
I could see that.
She gets me going.
Yeah, it's energizing music.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get this
Her-
party started.
Oh my god!
De Uma, what?
Huh?
Is it
Oh,
not?
Jesus. This isn't some other language. Nothing compares to you, accompagnanda di uma corestro para
Can
a
we
BBC.
find an English?
I
I
mean,
think
are
that's
you
in
on,
Spanish.
Are you on the English version of Google?
I guess not.
No, go
And
back
she
up.
looks
Very strange.
like she's doing
She's
this
wearing
by
a
herself.
really awesome
Scroll
like
up.
dress.
That's all I can go. Or down.
Yeah, it's a gown. There's a piano. I think it's a white piano on stage.
How do I see what's below that? Oh, okay.
Is
An
this what we're doing on the
accompaniment
episode
with
now?
an
Screwing around with
orchestra
computers.
with the BBC Radio 2.
Hold on, I think I saved it.
She's
It's
translating.
gone awry.
Hold on.
No, it hasn't.
Nothing
Hold
compares
on.
to-
How are we holding on?
Is
We're
anybody
Gotta
listening?
hold on.
Is anybody
Hello?
recording a show. Go ahead.
It's Nothing Compares to You is an accompaniment with the orchestra of the BBC Radio 2.
I mean, I don't think this is what Laura's talking about. She's
Hold on.
talking about
Hey,
Pink
you're-
performing the
Oh,
song
That's what
live
we're
in
looking
concert.
at. Pink,
Yeah.
Nothing Compares to You live 2023 with the BBC orchestra.
Oh.
She was translating the Spanish because I can't read Spanish.
GS, you were.
Yes, I was.
Again,
and you apparently
many
don't
talents.
care, so continue
No,
on.
it's not that I don't care.
Brandy Carlisle is who she was playing with.
Brandy Carlisle.
Brandy Carlisle.
See,
Okay, so how about Natalie Cole, Nat King Cole's daughter?
what about her?
She's also a musician.
Yeah, I have Nat King Cole's Greatest Hits. She's on it.
Yeah?
Yeah, she recorded Unforgettable? Is that the name of his song?
Yeah, she
Yes.
did. I think
Yeah.
it was like a duet too.
Yeah.
Between
Yeah,
her
yeah, she
dead
did.
father and herself.
Yeah. Well, I think she recorded her because I think he had died.
Yeah.
And she recorded the song or recorded her and then put the two together and released it as a
Which is kind of awesome to be
Yeah.
able to do that.
Lisa Marie Presley did the same thing with one of Elvis's songs. She
Really?
recorded she recorded her own voice. Recorded the song herself and then they put them together and released it as a
Oh.
duet.
That's pretty cool.
But I don't know what song it was by Elvis. We'd have to look that up. More time on the computer.
Earlier, tech guy, can you
See,
fact
AI
check?
has existed for longer than we imagined.
Oh,
It is,
absolutely.
but it's getting better. And
Yeah, we've
Oh,
been playing
God.
with
No,
it
it's
actually.
getting scarier.
Oh, we
is
should
what
make
it
some
is.
IHE AI artwork.
I could do that.
I have some of the
There you go.
sample photos. We've been playing with some different apps.
Yeah, I made a Jim Morrison Roman soldier. I made a Mick Jagger Roman diplomat.
All right.
Oh, Lord.
He also has
I don't know what that means.
turned me into some really cool space pictures.
Oh, we have
Oh, yeah?
a crap ton of AI.
Oh, yeah,
what do
they're
you call
really,
those?
They're pretty neat. Here's something
Aliens
creepy
and
though.
stuff?
So
Yeah, they're
he
cool.
used pictures of me.
I'll
right?
throw them up.
There you
And one of the, I think it might have been the military ones because you can choose different things. Identical to my sister.
go. Yeah.
It's
Oh, wow.
creepy, real creepy. All right. Anyway, so back to female musicians. Earlier, I had mentioned Fiona Apple. Do you know who Fiona Apple is?
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay.
I mean, I've heard of her. I don't know any of her songs, but I know who she is.
What do you know about her?
Zero. I know her name. I've heard her name before.
So then, in other words, and I'm saying this for a reason. When I was in my doing my bachelor's degree, if you can't answer the question specifically, then you don't really know the answer.
I love that she.
The question was, do I know who
And it
Fiona
pissed me off
Apple
that
is?
he did
And
that shit.
I do know who she
But
is.
it's not. I mean, it actually really is kind of true.
I know, but
I have
still love it.
heard of Fiona Apple, and honestly, I'm sure she's got a big.
well, she had
song.
5 albums, but she was pretty
Well,
prominent
that
in the
doesn't mean
90s.
anything. If you
How
name
about
one
the
of her
song
songs,
"Criminal"?
never heard of it. Sing it. I'll tell you if
I'm not singing it.
Well, then I
I'm
can't.
not that drunk. So
in
96, I think the album, you're going to have to fact check me on this. I think the album was Tidal. It should be like a white album where her face is washed out and her bright blue eyes are there. That was,
Sounds familiar.
to me, her best album, but I'm not going to lie, I haven't really listened to anything that was produced after that.
All right.
But Criminal was one of her popular songs. Am I right with the title name?
We have Tidal in 1996, When the Pawn in 1999, Fetch the Bolt Cutters in 2020.
Yes, she's a little
Are
unique
these names of
I wish we
albums?
could pull it up because her name is very familiar to me too.
because, well, maybe I'll say because.
Was
in the-
she also an actor?
I don't know, but
It
in the
does say Americans
VMAs,
sing-
she's the one that went off in the VMAs.
Oh, maybe
remember?
that's why I remember her.
So she got
What'd she
this. She got an award. I forget what. It might be not even be the VMAs. I might be misspeaking, but she got an award, and she pretty much got on stage and was like,
This
"I appreciate."
award is bullshit.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's exactly what she said. Pretty
I
much.
remember that.
Yeah. And then, I mean, she was already so popular with her
I
Sleep
love
to
people that
Dream
do
song,
that.
Criminal.
I mean, you know,
She had a very 70s vibe to her. Her music videos were really neat.
She's an activist.
Yeah.
And kind of how like Sinead
apparently-
O'Connor was. in
and
a way.
apparently aggressive if you're going to go up and say this award's bullshit.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's awfully aggressive.
Well, the 90s were aggressive. I mean, think about who was it that climbed? It was
Aggressive.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Was it no, maybe it was Green Day. They climbed up the VMA thing, and then the whole thing ended up falling down.
That I don't remember.
You're gonna have to look that up.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I mean, there was always some crazy shit that happened. Now it's boring. Everything's so boring
Well,
anymore.
it's so controlled, security controlled.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It has to be.
When
But
they want it to be.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not. I mean, even the 60s and 70s shit was cool. Go out and burn your bras.
Well, at the end of let's remember what happened in 1999 to end out the year at Woodstock. Pretty much, there was a huge field on fire.
That's right.
You know, there's a documentary about that was recently released, and you know, when that happened, and it's really just an age thing, and I just kind of thought, well, that's just this generation and the way they are. However,
What is that supposed to mean? That's my generation.
well,
Dun, 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 dun,
your
dun, dun,
generation
dun, dun.
is not slightly. Your generation is a lot different than mine,
No shit.
and anyone previous to that.
People like
So-
to put us down.
When that happened, I, just kind of thought, well, this is just the way things are going, and this was supposed to be, because that would have been the 50th year. Woodstock was 69.
Yeah, I think so.
Or no, 30.
40.
40. And it's supposed to be this whole peace and love thing, and then it turns.
We bring the
into,
violence in.
30.
Yeah, turns into violence. So at the time, I just thought, well, that's just the way.
We're not as
This
violent
generation is.
anymore. We grew up.
However,
It's definitely 30 years, not 40.
is it 30?
Yeah. 69 to 99.
We're both wrong. So
We can count.
here's the thing, though. I did watch the documentary. I wasn't going to, only because I just thought, well, I didn't really care, because that's just the way these people are, or that generation is. But I did watch the documentary, and honestly, there's a lot of reasons why that happened, and it wasn't because they blamed, I think,
Fred Durst.
they blamed Limp Bizkit for causing this whole thing, and it really wasn't, because the conditions of this concert were absolutely horrendous.
Horrific. Yeah.
Well, they were selling water for a huge amount of profit.
Yeah.
Well, that was so. If you watch the documentary, at the very end of the last day or the second to last day, they jacked the water price up because they were running out of. They were out of food. They were running out of water.
Right.
So the vendors that were there thought, all right, well, since everybody else is out of water, we're gonna double the price. So they were charging, if
Yeah,
a
'cause that
bottle
makes
of
sense.
water was $4, they jacked it up to $8.
Way to be smart.
Way to be corporate America.
So, I mean, I get it. I mean, there's a lot of things that shouldn't have happened, like crowd-wise and fan-wise, but I think there were more, like the people that set this whole thing up and the way it was run. And
Yeah, but I mean,
So I can see
what's your
fine.
point about that, though? Because,
my point is,
go ahead.
which I thought I already made,
No, I'm just saying, yes, we learned
is
from
my
the
point.
past.
No.
I don't know how you.
this is my point. My
Okay.
point is that there's two sides to every story.
Okay.
And originally, without knowing what happened there,
He blamed my generation and our violence and
I
stupidity.
blamed what I would consider kids.
Corporate
at the
So,
time.
greed. is
let me ask you
is
But
Also
it
also
actually
blamed.
turns out that that's not necessarily. There's a lot of other things that go
Right.
into that.
Well, there was also a
Exactly.
lot of other protests at the time going on. I think the Wall Street protest happened soon after that, with Occupy. So there was a lot of anti-corporation fever in the early 2000s, the late 90s.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I don't watch the news.
Yes, we know you don't watch the news.
I don't watch the news either. Why
I'll
do
tell
you
everybody
think?
I don't watch the news. Damn it!
Why do you think my generation's so angry and violent, or was so angry and violent?
I
You think
never
they're-
said that they were. I mean, I just.
Well,
But that kind
what
of
do you think my generation
is
was? then?
I don't
indicative
know.
to
I
what
mean,
you're saying, though. Huh?
I guess Nirvana caused that. I don't know what.
What? Dude,
I mean, they're the ones that started it. I
Don't
know
be
what the
silly.
hell-
no, stop that.
Now, punkers were pretty pissed off in the 70s.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
what?
but that was more, you know.
No, that is not an excuse. You need to just stop right now.
I think he
Okay.
has homework. Would you
no,
like the
listen.
notebook?
Right?
The only reason I say these things is because, one, I get the look in your face.
I do make
That is-
really,
That's the first
really good
reason why I
faces.
do that. The second reason I
Don't
do
give
it-
away your secrets.
The second reason
He tells
I
me all the time. He says shit for my reaction at work.
Yeah. The second
great.
reason I said what I said was because, I mean, Nirvana is one of the reasons that killed.
You know, you say you don't
80s
like this
hair
band,
bands.
but every episode you find a way to talk about them.
But it's negative every time.
Yeah, but you're still talking about them.
But it's negative.
So, well, I
It's
mean,
not a-
since we're
it's not a
talking about my
positive thing.
generation, and I'm going to swing it back to the female
We
singers.
can talk about your generation. I'm all right with that.
What about Christina Aguilera? Britney
Yes.
Spears.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do Little Kim, but I think she might have been part of a group at one point. I'm a little ignorant there.
Yeah.
Possibly.
But I mean, Christina Aguilera, she's
There's also
hell of a voice. My Lanta.
She does. There is also a documentary on Britney Spears. Did you know that? And did you watch
I
it?
am sure there's plenty of documentaries.
No, there's a new one that came out like a year ago. It's called Britney versus Spears.
Really?
About her versus her family.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll say I was not a Britney Spears fan. That was not kind of what I was listening to.
You know,
but
sometimes you got to baby hit me one more time. No, that's not her song. That's the Backstreet Boys.
no, that was Britney
Hold on.
Spears.
Is it baby hit me one more? Oh, no.
I think that was when she was in the pigtails with
I,
the
could-
little.
I could see why you'd be confused by that. They both
Oh
sound
my
the
gosh.
same.
You guys just reminded me
That's
of,
great.
of another artist. Oh crap.
No,
Another
that's
female.
not the name of her song.
She had
Baby,
a
hit
Disney
me.
show.
That's
Oh,
Backstreet
Miley
Boys.
Cyrus.
Thank you.
Yes,
That's
absolutely. We've talked about her before too.
Yes.
Hell of a voice.
Amazing.
However, she
We
sounds
actually
like a
talked to her
freaking
on
50-year-old
the-
smokeaholic when she talks. I don't understand it.
Does she?
Have
Yeah,
you heard her
no,
do an
she
interview?
does.
Yeah, I mean it's
Oh, that's weird.
it's kind of cool though too. I
I
don't,
think
know
she
if I
does it on
noticed.
purpose. It's
do
her-
you?
That's her smoky voice.
She does it on purpose.
I'm a
Well, back to
smoker.
Brittany. I used to kind of
Barf.
like judge her a little bit, but hearing some of the shit that she went through, and after going into my
Yeah.
30s, and you know, I understand. There's been times I wanted to shave my fucking head too.
I mean,
I've been there.
I mean, there was some rough things.
Thought about it
However,
last
I
week.
don't necessarily know that that's not brought on by yourself.
Yes, she did. She did
I mean,
procreate
listen,
with
come on.
Kevin Federline.
Exactly.
Yeah, but even
That's
go back
right there.
further.
That's
Listen
a-
to
that's
some
a
of her
huge mistake.
stories when she was with Disney and how she was forced to be in relationships just for the public eye.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's at a young age where you're impressionable.
Impressionable.
It makes people go
Thank
mental.
you.
She's probably mental because
But
of
she-
it.
I mean, that's
No, I.
Pete, not mental, but
no. I think that she has really come out on the other side of it.
yeah.
And
She hasn't. If you watch the documentary,
Now
She's
I'm
not
not.
all there yet.
I do like. I like to kind of look every now and then. I'll I'll go through Instagram and look for some of her
you know what?
videos because
Yeah,
they're
I
entertaining.
hope you spill that shit all over.
listen,
you.
no.
The
Seriously,
jury's
I'm not-
out with me. I don't know. She could
Ooh,
be
that
okay.
was a
She
good-
may not be.
Hey, that was homework. Did you watch that show, The Jury? Wait, was that with him that we talked
The
about? that?
juror.
Is that? Yeah,
No, and it-
Oh,
listen,
that was from a long time ago.
we talked
again,
about that.
I
though.
know. That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
first episode.
Did you watch
How would
it?
I? No. I
Oh,
don't
it's so
remember any of
funny.
this.
The fuck?
Listen to me.
Sorry.
He has no idea
I
that it's all
just
fake.
got done telling you
It's
that
just
we
all-
need.
What
not
was
a
the name
dumb
of the
guy.
episode that you called this today? The acronym. And I said that was
Oh.
the name of the episode.
What?
I know it was so good. We should have wrote it down.
Okay.
What the fuck? It was something the fuck or fuck
Listen
was
to
in
me.
it.
That's the name of the episode.
Fuck?
We need to write things down. Look, I don't.
Was
you're
it last
talking
episode about how I forget everything?
Yeah,
Maybe.
probably.
It's not only
Or
me. I'm
IDK.
pointing that out.
know. I'm well.
This is why I
aware.
say come get drunk with us because I get louder. He gets drunk.
You're asking me if I remember if I watched something did homework from the first episode. I haven't done anything from the last one because I don't remember.
What was his homework last time? Oh, it was Bob Weir. He was supposed to listen to Bob Weir
No
and
clue.
Bobby in the Midnights.
I didn't do it
Who
because I
said
don't
to-
remember.
Hold on, time out. I never gave him that homework
Oh,
because
yes,
I
you
know
did.
he would never listen to
I
Bob
can-
Weir.
Yes, you did. You
No fucking
definitely
way.
gave him that homework. I
You
know
would
gave it
never
to him.
listen to Bob Weir. Why
That's
would
not
you never listen to
true.
Bob Weir? Why do you think I?
And that's why you said to listen to it, because he wouldn't.
He's a member of the Dead.
Okay, listen to me.
He didn't know that.
What
You didn't have to
year-
tell him that. He would have never known.
Oh shit! I was setting him up.
Yeah.
Damn it! Oh,
Let me just tell you this, okay?
he'll
First,
forget. Give him another.
no.
Give him
All right,
another.
we'll
Bob,
bring it back in a couple
give him
weeks.
another
Yeah,
double
you're right.
Tito's with
Yeah.
2 lines.
listen. When you brought up Bob Weir on the last episode or whatever episode that was, you did tell me that he was from the Grateful
No,
Dead.
I didn't.
And I told you
Why
that
did
I
your voice
would
go up
listen
like
to him
that?
because that happens when I get aggravated.
Am I aggravating you?
You've taken me to that spot. And I told you
It's a
that
special
I
skill.
would.
I aggravate people.
I told you I would listen to him.
But he's still smiling.
However,
There's always a fucking stipulation.
A caveat.
Always.
I don't
Caveat.
after the show, I don't remember what the homework is. This is why I
You need
said.
to write it down.
All right, hold on. I got it
Exactly.
covered.
Write it down. He's got to listen to Bobby Weir with.
I got- okay, but that's not the only one.
Wait,
Well,
Billy
no,
Cobham.
we're taking notes.
I know, but
he's got to
listen.
listen
I
to
was gonna
Bobby
put my
Weir
feet on the
and
shoe.
Billy Cobham. They were actually in a band together once.
Listen to me.
Billy.
Every single
Billy Cobham.
episode.
Too many people are talking. I don't know where to go.
I know. Listen to me.
He said, "I
Every-
know." That was a hint for you to shut the fuck up. Sorry, husband.
Every single episode
Billy.
that
He's
we've
still
had,
irritated.
Because you keep interrupting
I
him.
keep doing it on purpose.
I know.
every single episode that we've had, there has been some type of homework for either one of us.
It's always you.
No, you've had some too, and we've never done it.
I
because-
did it. I listened to the first 2 songs
nobody-
of the episode on the CD. Buzzing still?
No.
We're back.
There you go.
What? I did good.
You did.
Why'd you have to judge right away?
Oh no, that wasn't for you.
Who was that for?
Just the situation overall.
What situation?
The show has gone awry.
I don't think it's awry. What's awry with it?
All right, so what's next?
Well,
Oh,
I
see?
was
My
saying
God.
there was.
Just jump right into it. What's next?
Stay on track.
Clapping our hands.
Listen.
Let's.
I heard it
Roundtable,
too.
You have 15 minutes left.
You
Let's
know
go.
what it is? It's the alien.
No, my
Cut out,
computer went
so-
to the mode where it protects the screen, so I'm waiting for the screen to come back.
Oh, is that why we heard feedback?
That's why you hear that, yeah.
So it's not the aliens?
Hopefully not.
Darn it.
Just a little technical issues.
You make faces.
There's no faces.
They're here.
There's no faces.
They're among
let's,
us.
Let's move on, please.
All right, we're done.
Do you guys want to talk about Music Fest?
I don't want to talk about Music Fest.
We weren't
We
there
can talk
long.
about Music Fest, and this is what I'm going to say.
Oh boy.
You
here we
hate
go.
it. We know.
Despise Music
I know.
Fest.
What about Nora Jones? How do you feel about Nora Jones? Do you know who Nora Jones is?
I don't.
Seems to me like we've got homework for Rick. So
Now,
you're not
I
gonna. Nora
mean,
Jones is definitely
the-
something you should listen with GS.
I
Light a
think
candle.
I think
run a
I've
bath.
I've heard her name, but I don't know any of her music. And if you're gonna write down notes, you're gonna send this to me later, right?
Sure.
Because
Take a
there's
picture of it. Send
No
it.
She's
way
gonna
that I
type
would
it up.
ever-
What? I'm not
No.
typing shit up.
Yeah.
He makes me do that shit at work too. Anyway.
So we're still on the women artist thing?
Yeah.
Inaccurate
Let's keep
statement.
going.
Hold on.
Why
I
not?
have
I mean,
one
there's,
in
like I
mind.
said, there's so many. We had to narrow it down. You have to narrow it down by not associate it with a band because there's so many.
I have
I'm yelling.
one in mind.
Unfortunately
but I can't.
for me, that's
Wait.
hard because
Because your
any
music
of the
selection is so
women
limited.
that are in heavy metal, I think they've all come from bands. I don't know any that haven't.
No, I know one.
So, well, Tech
In
Guy
heavy
mentioned
metal?
something earlier.
No.
So
That's my point.
I actually had
That's what
Tina
I'm trying to
Turner
say.
and Whitney Houston on my list.
Yeah, but Tina Turner came from
Whitney Houston,
Ike.
she came from a band?
No, Tina Turner did, but not Whitney.
Oh, I know
So,
she did.
well, tell
but-
me, because I didn't. Tina
well,
was
Ike
on my
and
list.
Turner. Ike and Tina.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tina
that
Turner
doesn't
That was a
count.
duo.
First
Wait.
of all, he's a scumbag, so we wipe him off of the
You
history.
can't cancel somebody like that.
I know, because if it
She
wasn't
still
for...
came from
I know.
Yeah.
a band.
That's if we, like, canceled
But
Jackson
Whitney
5.
Houston, I
I
don't
know.
think she came. She didn't come
We would
from a
Now,
never.
band.
you know
Oh
who
my
didn't
God.
come from a
Whitney
band?
Houston. Are you kidding me
Well,
right
not
now?
her, yeah.
I love Whitney
What
Houston.
about Janet Jackson? Was also
She came... Yeah.
because she was not part of the Jackson.
No,
Five.
but she still performed with them every now and then. Didn't she sing
I don't
a
think
couple?
so. I think she was too young.
No.
And then there's her
Disagree with
sister. Who was her sister's name? Tori
Latoya.
Jackson.
Latoya.
Oh, Latoya
Latoya.
Jackson. Yeah. That was
Whitney
another one.
Houston.
Whitney Houston was my all-time favorite.
She was good. I have
Actually,
her greatest
there's
hits.
a. Oh, go ahead.
I just said I have her
Oh.
greatest hits.
No. There's a good backstory.
Can you
to
hear
Whitney
me, or do you
Houston.
need headphones? Because all I said was I
There's
have
a
her
good
greatest-
story to Whitney Houston and how
And-
we ended up together.
I know, and
I
it's
want to
all-
hear it.
Go ahead.
No. I want GS to tell it, please. Oh.
One
No,
second.
Can I tell
It's
it?
on.
No, you don't know it.
I
It
do.
is on.
Oh,
one
that means
of
that
the
we've-
episodes.
Oh, that's why Kevin. That's why
Damn
our tech
it,
guy knows it.
anyway.
Also, question: why don't I remember it?
I don't know.
Because nobody writes anything down, which is the name of this episode.
Nobody
Go
writes
back.
anything.
No,
down.
the name of the
Listen.
episode was already dictated beforehand. We'll remember it
No,
20 years
the
from now.
name of this episode
AI help
is
us
"We
out.
Need to Write." Actually, it should be seriously. We need to write shit down. That should be the name of the episode.
Write that shit down.
Seriously.
It's on. You can go back and you can hear the whole story of how Whitney Houston is a part of GS and I getting together.
What episode was it?
Dude, I don't know.
Definitely, probably was too many of these would fug you up.
No, it wasn't.
It was the one we were probably talking about. the
Self-care?
party.
It might be self-care.
Probably self-care.
I don't know.
So I was
Could
in
be
high
self-care.
school, my senior year. Rick had already graduated. I'm just gonna give you the backstory.
Go for
We
it.
went to the movies, The Bodyguard.
Oh,
and at
that's
the end of the movie,
That's right. I remember. Okay, I remember now. All you had to do was say bodyguard.
he asked me to be
she
his
started
girlfriend.
singing "I Will Always Love You." And that just melted their heart.
It's in
They,
the episode.
they looked at
She
each other,
starts singing.
and in their eyes met.
Did I
and they
share
said,
a story?
"I will always love you."
In that episode, did I share
Did
a
that
memory
happen?
that matched or no?
I know that's what I'm imagining.
No, that's not what happened.
That's not what happened.
It was at the end of the movie, and Rick's like, "Will you be my girlfriend?"
Oh.
Because I will.
Or no.
always-
You said, "Will you go out with me?"
No.
Because that was.
I
the
don't know
lead
why
at
you're
the
making
time.
comments
Will you
over
go
there,
out
tech
with me?
guy. I'm gonna go with this was probably said though.
This is
during
probably
the
way
first
romantic than anything we've ever had.
episode. Bullshit. You stood in the doorway because you had the real long hair and your hair was up in the towel.
Are you
And
sure
you
that didn't come
said-
from a Rocky movie where he stands up and says, "Adrian"? What does he say? "Adrian, will you be my girl?"
Oh, you fucking tools! You gave me a line. You gave me a line from a fucking Rocky movie.
No, why would you admit that now?
Okay, wait.
That's exactly the line you fucking gave me.
No, I don't think he says it like
You
that.
didn't. I mean, obviously you didn't call me Adrian, but that's the exact line you gave me.
I've seen every Rocky movie, and I don't think
He
that's
doesn't
a
remember
line
that.
from the
I
movie.
don't remember. He says something similar. He doesn't actually
Fact
say
check it.
quite that.
No, I need
But he
to.
does. He's got
Dude,
his arms up.
a Rocky movie?
I mean,
Are you
he,
serious?
Rocky 1
mean,
was
he
a
says-
very romantic
No,
movie. Oh my! If
really?
you don't see the romance in Rocky 1,
I've never
you're
seen them.
void of romance.
I mean, he does say at the end of one of them, like he yells, "Yo, Adrian."
Adrian!
So I'm not sure that this is.
No, I think he says "kiss me."
Oh
I think
my
that's what he
God.
says. and she gets all shy.
All right, we're done.
He
No.
takes her
Yeah.
glasses
All right,
off,
back to
and she gets real shy. Because
So
she has
you-
those cat glasses.
your
We're gonna have to go back.
emotional attachment to Whitney Houston. I have my own as well. Around my 21st birthday, I used to go home to the Skook a lot. And in Haven, there's the Uptown, and a block away from the Uptown is the downtown.
Mm-hmm.
My sister knew the closing bartender to the downtown, so we closed out the downtown together. And as we were cleaning up the bar and helping her clean up for the night, we were blasting. We got free plays on the jukebox for helping, and it was all Whitney Houston. And I just remember being totally annihilated, and everybody's up on the bar dancing. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I love Whitney Houston.
Well,
My
sometimes you
dad
have to.
was
You want to
a
dance
huge
with
Whitney
everybody.
Houston fan.
You know,
What did you say?
he's been doing that this whole show.
You just
You was saving that one.
What did you do with Britney Spears? He did. I mean,
I
well played, sir.
sometimes
Very
you
well.
wanna dance
Very
with-
good job.
You just
Okay.
completely ruined that moment.
I did not.
No, he didn't. It's
I
all right.
added to that. That was perfect.
How
I
about
was just
this one?
saying about my dad.
Oh, I'm
how
sorry.
Much he
Yes.
loved her. You jerk.
Okay, listen. First off,
How about can we?
nobody's going to be able to follow this because everybody's talking over each other.
Everybody's
And
fine.
Second off,
It's fine.
I added to the moment. That's all I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, but you just killed it because you
You
just
didn't add
explained
much.
it. You're not
I-
supposed to explain it.
And whatever you added was not worth adding, so just keep quiet over there.
I mean, again, and this has been in several episodes. Last time I checked, it's our show. So
I think it's evolved.
what's really weird is that almost every show we say the
I
same
cry?
thing. I thought this was our show.
All the time.
Well,
Oh, here it goes. We definitely lost
like it's
control.
yeah, we totally. It's our show.
Listen,
We lost control. Like,
I don't
there's no
have to be a
control.
part
So
of the
how
show.
about
I'll
no?
just
We,
go
you
right
do.
back
You
upstairs.
do. Stop. Don't listen to him. How about?
No, I want you a part of
How
the
about-
show,
all right, time
but
out.
Then shut up.
don't. Okay, but listen, we want both of you a part of the show, but don't tell me what I can't say on our show. What the hell?
So could tell somebody tell me.
It's gonna ride.
Adele. How do we feel about Adele? I love
Oh,
Adele.
Love
Gina
Adele.
loves
I love
Adele.
Adele.
Adele 14. When is it coming?
I don't know.
I
Is
don't
that
either.
her-
Fact check it.
Is that her new album? Adele
Well,
14?
it would be if that was the new album.
So my
Wait, so she's
kid,
not coming out with a
no,
new
she's
album? Or she
supposed
is?
to
We
be.
don't know.
I thought.
She's very secretive about everything.
Oh,
And then,
that's all right.
like,
There's
when she
nothing wrong
comes
with
out
that.
with an album, like, the number of her album will come out, like, on billboards and,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
whatnot
oh,
in
all
various cities. And
Yeah,
then
that-
you know that her album is coming out.
Oh.
She's
Hey, listen,
It's
that's
kind
a-
of genius if you think
Yeah.
about it.
Well, that's
Keeps
what
it
I was just gonna
interesting.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's genius.
And I
And
mean,
I
her
have
voice is
Gina
great.
loves Adele, and I have heard, a lot of her music, and
love her shit.
she has a
my
fantastic.
kid, my
voice.
kid was the one that introduced me to Adele, and
Well,
yeah,
Gina
I mean,
loves
you should hear
She's
her
got
sing
several of Adele's albums.
Absolutely.
She's an amazing singer.
it. Yeah, I agree.
I have no idea when that's coming out.
But so that's another. I mean,
I think
another
that's why
strong
nobody
female,
That's
right?
yeah, exactly. That's just it. She keeps it secret until the very last moment, like till it comes out.
How about nobody's mentioned Madonna?
Yeah, you did.
You did.
Oh, did I?
You actually did mention
I mean, you
yeah.
did mention Madonna earlier, but
Nobody-
that was like in
Nobody
front of-
bit at Madonna. Just breezed right over that one.
Well, somebody did.
My best friend, Jim, and maybe one day we'll get him on the.
With his guitars.
Good luck.
He's got a
Sure,
lot of
too.
guitars.
He does. He can play guitar for us. He is a closet Madonna fan. He loves Madonna.
I think you just blew up his spot.
He loves Madonna.
Really?
That's right.
What?
Yep.
What's his favorite
Ask
favorite
Dun, dun,
album?
dun.
I don't know.
Obviously, Like a Virgin.
Vogue.
I try
Like
not
a
to
virgin
talk to him about it too much.
for the very
Strike a
first
pose.
He
time.
absolutely
I remember when that video
loves
came out.
Madonna. So when he's here, you can just bring it up and
Randomly?
he'll go into this
Does he not
whole-
watch these? Jim, do you not know you're being set up?
Just let your body move to the music.
Really?
I don't
Yes.
know.
Don't
that
steal his lines.
Vogue.
I didn't tell him yet that we're doing this. He works a lot, So
He has no idea?
No,
Your
he doesn't.
best friend from kindergarten has no fucking clue that
He's
we
ashamed
do
of
this?
us.
he doesn't know. I haven't told her. Every chance
This has gone to
because I
our
haven't-
VP. Or no, our director,
I'm
whatever
feeling
it
like
is.
there's a reason that Jimmy doesn't know about this.
No, there's no reason. I just haven't had a chance to tell him. Every time I haven't talked
I call
to him in weeks.
bullshit. You haven't had a chance to
No.
tell him about something that you do every other Saturday night? Well,
No, I just
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
when we're
Together,
together,
essentially.
I just didn't think about it.
when you
and
guys are
then-
together, you what? Everything else goes dark.
No, we.
The
It's
moon
love.
is light.
I do the same
What?
thing to him. When he goes to his
Oh.
buddy's house to go jam,
Wow.
I make jokes.
And she makes it out into a gay porn.
I do. I totally do. Have
Is that
fun
true?
going to your boyfriend's house. Don't tell Greg
Wow.
I said that. Don't. You have to cut this all
All right.
out.
No, you don't.
No, Greg would be
No.
really pissed. Are you
He'll
kidding
be
me?
fine.
he'll
I
be
don't even know
fine.
who he is. He'll be fine.
Greg
I-
Holland, he's an excellent musician. We should have
I
him on
haven't had a
sometime. He's a
chance to.
character.
I haven't had a chance to tell.
I'm
Jim
disappointed in you.
that we're doing a podcast.
You can listen to his music on Amazon. Just say, hey, Alexa, play Greg Allen Holland, because I have to play some originals, and that's how I was brushing up on them. Told Alexa to play them for me.
There you
It
go.
was a nice
Yeah.
story.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, why?
You seem a little flustered.
Because I don't understand how this episode has gone so.
You keep saying that. I don't think it's awry. I think we've had a very good dialogue. We've talked a lot.
I think later when I watch this, it's going to be hilarious, but now it seems very confusing. I'm just confused, and
I don't
we're
understand
like
why
all
you're
over the place
confused.
because everything's all over the place.
But I don't
Just
feel
go
the
with the
same
flow.
way.
All right, so let's go back.
Although
so,
there's a strobe light behind me that's freaking me the fuck
it's
out a
just
little
on
bit.
the
I'm not
TV.
gonna lie.
You'll be all right. So my older sister, last night we went to dinner, and she
Did she like
actually I'm
Madonna?
not sure how the podcast came up, but she did mention coming on, and I said, well, you can come on, but you don't have to be on video. And she's like, oh, I'm going to be on video, and I have a lot of stories to tell. I'm
I
like, oh
love
my
this.
God.
I think she's worthy of a few episodes.
I think
She
she should
might be.
absolutely be a repeating
Gonna have
guest.
her- yeah.
Side note,
Have her as, a
as much as I
repeat
love
guest.
my brother, he's never allowed on.
Why? That would
I don't
actually
know
be
why.
interesting too. Why?
I don't need my dirty laundry exposed like that.
Oh yeah, we're definitely.
Everybody has
but
dirty laundry.
Yeah, no.
The first
not the stories he
person-
likes to tell. That
The-
does not. Plus, we don't have written permission from those people.
People know
We
that
don't
crap
need
is
written
king.
permission.
That's why we need dirty laundry.
What we need is the first
I wasn't a good person.
the first guest in your family. I believe should be your daughter because I
I agree
really
with
like
that.
her to.
Which one?
She can sing for us.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Both
Are we
of them.
bringing your youngest daughter? Because that would be funny.
This would actually have a R rating if we brought the youngest.
I do believe actually. So
And then-
Johanna and I were talking about this, my oldest, and we're contemplating, and this is gonna be news to the tech guy, a song that she'll sing while he does keyboards, and then there's another guest, my buddy from high school,
Is this on our show?
plays guitar. Just a
So
snippet.
we're bringing musicians in?
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought it might be a good idea to
Alright,
start
we
doing
could
some
do that.
local artists that we have affiliations with.
We could
Sure.
do live music if it's not too.
Nothing
Crazy.
just straight acoustic or,
Yeah, we could do that.
a cappella.
The second person in your family that has to come on the show is your mom.
Pegalicious? She won't do it. She
She'll
refuses.
do it. No, that's not true. I bet you she'll do it.
I don't know. You guys, you stood him up, so.
No, we
I know.
couldn't.
I
We're
know.
in the middle of making dinner.
Ah.
I'm going to meet your mom, and I'm going to talk to her, and she'll be on the show.
I will be impressed if you can convince her to get on the
And-
show.
I think it's...
Yeah,
not
we're
that
90
time.
minutes in.
Are we
My
done?
wife's giving us
Want to wrap it up?
the time.
I'm okay with
Do you want to do the closing?
Not really.
Do you... What? Okay.
I'll do the closing.
No, wait. No. Wait.
Oh, no.
Before we end,
No.
what happened to the beginning, the
I
opener
added
that
it
you
in.
had? What
I
did you
already
add?
Come get drunk with us. Because apparently that's what happens every
Oh,
flippin'
that's
episode.
right. I do remember.
But you know what? It's organic. I liked it.
What about that being the name of the episode?
Come get drunk.
No.
The name of this
wish I could
episode is
remember what it
seriously.
was.
We
It
need
was
to write
great.
I
this down.
know.
It
I
was
don't
great.
remember.
It was an
Well, we'll
acronym.
play it back and you'll.
No,
and-
we wasn't
I don't know if we were
recording.
recording.
Oh, it wasn't recording?
No.
Oh, fud. Fuckers.
Definitely an F was in the acronym for fuck.
All right. This is how we're
Oh,
going to end
damn.
this episode. The name of it is Seriously.
No, that's such a corny name.
We need to write shit down.
Lame.
Thank you for watching. I hate you. I'm right here.
Good night.